everyone, welcome back. Today is our July a month in review where we're going to talk about all the products that I tried at the beginning of the month and see how I like them now that I've gotten to use them for a while and gotten to use them multiple times. And honestly, this month was good. I don't have any products that I don't like. Except for that Flower Beauty concealer, but I already told you guys when I tried it, I wasn't going to put it in this video because I did not pick it up again. But other than that, I have no products that I don't like. I've got my good category, things I would reach for continuously, and then I've got my okay pile, things that I don't reach for continuously, but they're still good, so occasionally I will reach for them. Before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and we'll get going. For this month, I'm actually going to start with my okay pile just because there's only a few products and my good category, things that I really enjoyed this month, is a bulk of all the products. So we're going to start with the good category, get those few out of the way, and then we'll jump into my good category. To begin, we are going to start with the Michaela X Glam Light lashes. Now, these are stunning. They're just a bit too bold for me, and honestly I tried to wear this pair, I think, Code Orange, yeah, this pair, and I couldn't actually get them on, but I'm thinking that's just because they're just really voluminous and big lashes, and that's just me personally. I'm not good with lashes. I don't wear lashes very often. I think both pairs are stunning, which is why they're in my okay category. Is just I wouldn't wear them every day or even every special occasion, maybe every other special occasion, honestly. I think they're beautiful. If you're a lash person, these would probably go into your good category, but I'm not particularly a lash person, so they're in my okay category. They're beautiful. It's just I have a hard time wearing lashes. The other okay product from the Michaela X Glam Light palette is her highlighter. It's beautiful. And honestly, I really like it as an inner corner highlight, in my eyes. But I don't like it on the face. I think there's just a bit too much glitter and it's got a little bit too much punch for me. I'm very much into more natural highlights and ones that kind of give a lit from within type of glow. Not ones that are glittery and boom in your face type. That's the only downfall with this. But again, I like it as the inner eye corner highlight. I think that's really pretty. And occasionally I did reach for it for the face. So it's just okay for me. It's not something I'm going to toss, but it's not something I'm going to use every day. The last product in my okay pile is from LA Girl. This is the Pro Conceal. I've heard a lot of good things about this. I know people really enjoy it. And for a drugstore product, it is really good. If you're in a bind and you have to find a concealer that's, I think this was $4.99, $5. This is really good for that, and it will last you and it will do the job. For me, it just doesn't have the same coverage as my Jouer Essential Concealer, which is my #1 concealer right now. Honestly, it doesn't compare to my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is also one of my go-to concealers. But for the drugstore, it's really good. So just because I have those other two concealers in my collection handy, I'm just not reaching for this one quite as much, but it is still a good concealer, especially if you don't want to pay a high-end price. This is probably one I would reach for continuously. Now we're going to go into the good category, things that I have really enjoyed reaching for every single day and continuously throughout the month. To begin, we're going to start with the eyebrows. The Essence Microprecise Eyebrow Pencil. I have it on today, and I actually really like this. I like how precise it is. I like the pigment to wax ratio. I think that's really nice. And I like to use it on days when I really want to fill in those brows. So I did use it today, and I think my brows look like this one looks bomb. This side doesn't really have the arch in it that the side does, but it still looks really nice to me. I really enjoy it. I just like to use it on those days where I just feel like I need a little extra oomph for the brows. So I like this one. I like the pigment. I like how it blends. It blends out really nicely. It would be nice if there was a spoolie on this end, the pencils on this end. It'd be nice to have a spoolie on this end, but honestly, it's not a deal breaker. So I would repurchase this even though it doesn't have a spoolie. This one was good for me. Also for the brows, I was testing out the NYX Brow Glue. I like it. It holds up the brows. I'm wearing it today. It's not super sticky once it dries and holds up the brows. If you need a good clear brow gel to make your brows floofy, the NYX Brow Glue is good. And I think this was only like $8 and the Essence pencil was maybe $3. So for drugstore products, eyebrow products for this month were very good. Next we're gonna go on to some lip products. I tried out 2 different lip liners for this month. The pink one is from Juvia's Place. This is a Luxe lip liner. This is in the shade Love Me. This is very pink, so I didn't get to wear it a whole lot. But the thing I will say about Juvia's Place is I love that it's a retractable pencil. That is really nice. And also, this stuff doesn't come off very easily. Once it's on there, you're really gonna have to fight to get it off. So, I mean, that's a good thing in my book, is that your lipstick, your lip liner, it's gonna last you all day. So I did really enjoy this one when I wore it. The other lip liner is from NYX. It's just a lip pencil, and this is in the shade Natural. This is the one I tested out with you when I was doing my testing video at the beginning of the month. I do really like this pencil. I love the color. I will say it's a bit rougher to apply, especially compared to the Juvia's Place or like my Nabla lip liners or the Colourpop lip liners that I continuously use. This one's just a bit rougher, but it is still really nice and the color is beautiful. I did pick up another Maybelline lipstick this month. This one is in the shade Baddest Beige. I really enjoyed this color. It worked out nicely with a lot of different lip liners, and honestly I like Maybelline lipsticks quite a bit, especially that color in Truffle Tease. That one and this one have now become my 2 like nude lipsticks. So very happy with this one as well. Also from Maybelline, I picked up 2 of the Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lips words. I picked up the shade Dreamer and the shade Hazelnut Hypnotizer. I will be honest, I didn't get to use the Dreamer shade. This one's very, very pink, and I don't typically wear things this pink. But I did get to try out the Hazelnut Hypnotizers quite a bit. This one's a bit more mauve, and let me tell you, this stuff does not come off, especially with the Juvia's lip liner. They are like a match made in heaven, and they're going to be there all day. If you don't want your lips to budge, wear the Juvia's lip liner and the Maybelline matte liquid lip. Honestly, like I would wash my face, get out of the shower, and I would still have lipstick on. Good stuff, good formulas, and honestly the lasting power just amazes me. My last lip products are the lip glosses from the Michaela X Glam Light palette. I will tell you, the one that is opaque, I think it's supposed to be pink. It's what I've got on today. It has become my favorite lip gloss this whole entire month because it is the perfect like nude color. I always like to pair it with more of a brown lip liner, so today I've got the Nabla lip liner in Nude number 2, and it gives it more of a nude color. But honestly, if you wear like a more pink lip liner, this will show up more pink. I've been wearing it with browns, and I believe it's just like the most perfect nude lip color for me. And this is like my favorite combo. So I've been really happy with the most opaque one. And then the other 2 are more sheer lip glosses. One's got some gold shimmer in it, and one is more like a clear pearl shimmer in it. Both beautiful. The formula is actually really nice. It reminds me of the Rare Beauty lip balm that I like so much. So they're really comfortable to wear, and they last really nicely. These were a good addition to my lip collection. Next, we're going to go on to a primer. I was testing out the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I know I'm late to the game on this, but honestly, this worked really nicely, and it paired really nicely with the foundation that I was testing this month, which we'll get to in a minute. But it works, like I've got it on today with my Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation, and it's lasting beautifully. I don't have any like cakiness, and my chin hasn't started to break apart yet. Honestly, if you need a good drugstore primer, this Marshmallow one is really nice. It is around $17, so a little pricey for the drugstore, but it's still very nice compared to some of the high-end primers that I have. Honestly, my 2 favorite primers lately have been this one and then the e.l.f. Mint Melt Face Primer, which are both drugstore. So this one is good if you're interested in it. And then the foundation that I was trying out is the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. I really enjoyed this one. I think it pairs the best with that NYX Marshmallow Primer because I also tried it with the e.l.f. primer and my face didn't last as long that day. Still lasts very nicely, just not as long. So I think if you've got really long days, find a primer that works really well with it. I will say the longer my days got, sometimes it'd break apart like naturally, and sometimes by hour 6 my chin was broken apart. I had creases around my mouth, and let's just say I had good days and I had bad days, but it always did last at least 6 hours. So if you're looking for a good high coverage foundation that is meant to last a bit longer, I'd say pick this up. I still wear it pretty continuously. I know it sounds weird to say it's a good product even though I had good and bad days, but even the bad days weren't as bad as some of the other foundations that I've tried in the past. So I'm happy with it. I like the coverage, I like the texture of it, and I do think it's worth the $11. I think $11 is a great price. For a drugstore foundation, this one is really good. From Colourpop, I tried out some cheek palettes. I will say the Sugar Frosted palette is more my skin tone. However, there's this one shade in the Tea Cakes palette that I really do enjoy. It's just a bit more orangey, deeper blush for me. I can't really wear the other shades. I mean, I could, but like this orangey one is the one I like out of it. And honestly, the formula is really nice. I'm very happy with it. From the Sugar Frosted palette, when I got it, I like fell out of the pan and I had to put it back in. So I lost a little in this square, but this is like my favorite shade in this whole entire palette. I have used every single shade in this palette and the formula is really nice for the blushes. The highlight is a little difficult to figure out how to use. I found it best applied with the sponge, but it's powder, so I don't know why it doesn't apply very well with a brush, but it's very beautiful. It's kind of like an ivory gold. If you need some options for blushes, like these little quads are really nice. The formula is good. They last all day. I've got the shades Hey Pudding and Trifle, so the two lighter shades on today, and honestly, I'm really happy with it. From Soul Body, I was trying out the Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I like this a lot. Not on the days that I want a little extra oomph, but for like natural days, this stuff is really nice. It blends out really nicely. I use a sponge. I figured that was the best way to apply it for me. Also, it smells really good. So this was a win for me. Blends out nicely. The shade for me is best for like more natural days rather than like extreme like contouring and bronzing type days. I liked it, especially for the summer. It goes on really nicely and lasts really nicely on these hot days. This one's good if you haven't tried it. Soul Body, Colourpop, they're affordable brands. And lastly, I've got 3 eyeshadow palettes that I've been trying out this month. I know 3 is kind of a lot for eyeshadow, but honestly, I got good use out of each one. So to begin, the Michaela X Glam Light palette. I love the packaging, the glitter. It's just kind of fun to play with. This one is a little bit more beautiful, colorful. I did put this in my recent outside of my comfort zone eyeshadow palettes, and that's just because of all of the colors. The formula is wonderful. They blend out nicely. They are so intensely pigmented. You do not need a lot of product to make your eyes pop. But I mean, all of them are wonderful. I've done a few colorful looks. I've also gotten to try out the neutrals, and honestly, it is a well-rounded palette, and I think Michaela did a phenomenal job with her collection. The next palette I tried out was from Colourpop. This is the You're Golden palette. This one is a bit more neutral, warm tones. It is actually what I'm wearing today. I really wanted to try out this blue, and honestly, it took me until today to try it out. But I did get to try a lot of the more warm tone browns, some of these lighter shimmers, and honestly, I had a wonderful month testing this out. Obviously, it's Colourpop, so they've got great eyeshadow anyway, but for how many shadows you get, this was a really good price, and I just had a wonderful time trying it out for summer. Last but not least is my Patrick Ta Major Dimensions palette. I used this a lot this month. I had a lot of fun using it. I know it's a bit up there in price, but the shades are beautiful. The colors, the smokiness that you can get with it. There's these two cream colors that honestly work really nicely as an eyeshadow primer. I did it both ways, where I'd put an eyeshadow primer on and these didn't crease, and then I would just use the cream the next day, and again, they don't crease. So if you're interested and you feel like investing a little bit, this Patrick Ta palette is worth every penny to me. I especially love these two shades. This one is a bit more of a topper shade, but this is like a really pale neutral color, but it's got shimmer within it, so it's just beautiful, and you don't want that topper shade on it. Honestly, a lot of my videos in July had this palette in it, and I apologize that we had a more neutral month, but at the same time, I don't apologize because I had so much fun playing with these neutral colors. So that is it. This is our month in review. I am really happy that we didn't have any like bad no products. And honestly, most of the products that I reviewed this month were just great products. If there's any of these products that you love and want to talk to me about, I would love to hear your opinions about them. If there's any products you don't like that I love, I would love to know why you don't like them also. So August is coming up. I've got a few new products. I think we're going to do some products from my BoxyCharm, just because I've got a lot of products from my BoxyCharm boxes that I haven't really gotten to play with. So I think that's going to be our new products for August, so stay tuned for that. Other than that though, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It just helps me out and lets me know what kind of videos you are enjoying. I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.